I teach Reiki in 12 minutes, so come paint my nails with me while I tell you a story about mediumship. I always like to remind people how long development takes. I think we compare ourselves to other people and think that it just poof happened overnight. When I realized I was a medium, from the time that I realized it to like when I would say I had it under control and I knew how to turn it on and off, I knew what was going on, I had some idea of what was happening. I would say it was about a year and a half to 2 years. And I always, now that I teach it, when I teach Reiki, when I teach all of these things, I say it's like soccer practice. You have to go to practice, you have to figure it out, you have to test things out, you have to see what works for you, how it is for you, what's happening. And that takes time. And in order to notice patterns, which is what you're looking for at soccer practice, you have to wait for the pattern to happen 20, 30 times. And sometimes it takes a while for the pattern to happen 20 or 30 times. It could take a year before you realize certain things. The more often that it happens, the faster you'll notice the patterns. But my biggest tip is to write things down. You will not know what it is until you start writing things down. So write it down, even if you're not sure. Like I gave an example where when I burp 3 times, it means spirit's here. If you burp, write it down. If you don't know what's happening, write it down. If your eye itches, if your nose itches, if your finger itches, if you blink your eyes really fast, if you dart your eyes around, if your leg jerks, if you get hot, if you get cold, if you get tingly, if you get anxious, if your stomach makes noise, if you have to run to the bathroom, any of these things can be signs of spirit. So you want to be paying attention to them so that you can see your patterns. Also, thank you from last week. You guys told me not to shake my bottles, but to turn them like this so I don't get bubbly nail polish.